It's amazing how much emphasis is put on winning over customers.
Mhm.
But then when all is good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you keep them coming back for more?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today, the world of loyalty programs. And they're not just those punch cards you get at the coffee shop anymore.
Right. Not at all.
We've got some seriously cool examples in our source material. Think rewarding people for being eco-friendly or getting points just for sharing something on social media.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like they're tapping into what people actually care about these days.
Mhm.
Values, engagement. It's a whole new ball game.
Absolutely. It's about understanding customer behavior, really getting to know them,
Yeah.
but also about creating these win-win scenarios where both the customer and the business benefit.
I was really intrigued by this idea of strategic customer segmentation that kept popping up. It's like they're saying, okay, we know you love those limited edition sneakers. Here's a special offer just for you.
Yeah, it's all about personalization,
Mm.
treating each customer like they're unique because they are.
And that makes them feel valued,
Exactly.
which in turn makes them want to stick around.
Makes them feel like they belong.
I like that, a sense of belonging. Okay, so we've got the customer side of things, but what about the businesses? Why are they so invested in these programs?
Well, at the end of the day, it all boils down to building those lasting relationships. The kind that keep customers coming back for more. It's about creating a connection that goes beyond just a single transaction.
It's like that favorite coffee shop that remembered your order. You feel seen.
Right, exactly. You feel like more than just a number. And in today's competitive market, that feeling, that connection, can be a major differentiator.
It's true. I'm way more likely to go back to a place that makes me feel like they get me. Our sources were really emphasizing that personalization aspect, even giving the example of using a customer's purchase history to tailor rewards.
It's a brilliant strategy. When a program recognizes your individual preferences, it just feels good.
It's like, hey, we see you. We appreciate you.
Exactly. And that kind of appreciation can go a long way in building loyalty.
So we've got this foundation of building relationships. Now let's get to the fun stuff. The different ways brands are actually putting this into practice. Our sources highlighted a bunch of really interesting program types.
Right. Let's start with the classics. Point-based systems. They're still very much alive and kicking.
The good old buy 10, get one free deal.
Exactly. You earn points for your purchases, and then you can redeem them for rewards. Our source actually used a simple example from Denmark, a coffee shop Stempelkort program. Basically a coffee shop punch card.
Ah, yes. The classic punch card. Simple but effective.
It is simple, but it doesn't really give you a lot of information about customer behavior. You know what I mean?
Right. It just shows that they're coming back, but not necessarily what they're buying or why.
Exactly. There's not a lot of room for personalization or targeted offers with a system like that.
Makes sense. So are tiered programs a step up in that sense?
Definitely. Tiered programs are all about encouraging customers to engage more with the brand by offering escalating rewards based on their activity.
So, like, the more you buy,
Mhm.
the better the perks.
Exactly. You might start at a silver level and then move up to gold or even platinum. And each tier unlocks more exclusive benefits, like free shipping, special discounts, even personalized gifts.
I can see how that would be motivating. It's like leveling up in a game.
Right. It adds a sense of achievement and exclusivity.
Now, what about these value-based programs that everyone's talking about? Those seem pretty innovative.
Brands are realizing that customers, especially younger generations, are more likely to support companies that align with their values.
It's about putting your money where your mouth is.
Right. Exactly. So these programs reward customers for making choices that reflect those values, like sustainability or social responsibility.
So it's not just about what you buy, but how you buy it.
Right. Imagine getting rewarded for choosing eco-friendly products, bringing your own reusable bags, or even donating to a charity through your purchases.
It's about making a positive impact, both for the customer and the world around them.
Exactly. And that sense of purpose can be a powerful motivator.
Speaking of going beyond purchases,
Yeah.
what about those behavior-based programs?
Ah, yes. These are the ones that recognize that loyalty goes beyond just spending money. It's about actively engaging with the brand.
So things like leaving reviews, sharing on social media, referring friends.
Exactly. These programs reward customers for all those actions that help spread the word and build brand awareness.
It's like turning your customers into brand ambassadors.
Precisely. And it's a win-win for both sides. Customers get rewarded for their engagement, and businesses get valuable social proof and word-of-mouth marketing.
I like it. It's a more holistic approach to building loyalty. Now, one last type of program that caught my eye, Partnership programs. What's the deal with those?
Partnership programs are all about collaboration. Brands team up to offer a wider range of benefits and rewards.
So it's like creating a whole loyalty ecosystem.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Your favorite airline partners with a hotel chain and a car rental company. You can earn points for all your travel needs. Flights, accommodation, transportation, all in one program.
That's pretty smart. It makes the whole experience more seamless and rewarding for the customer.
Right, and it expands the reach of each individual brand involved.
So it's a win-win for everyone. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from point systems to partnership programs. But how do businesses make sure these programs are actually effective? That's where customer segmentation comes in.
Right, you got it. Understanding your different customer types is key. Our source material broke it down into a few distinct groups. You've got your frequent buyers, your high-value customers, your seasonal shoppers, your inactive customers, each with their own unique motivations and needs.
Wow, that's a lot of different personalities to cater to. How do businesses even begin to design a program that appeals to all those different types?
It all starts with data. By analyzing customer behavior and preferences, businesses can create targeted offers and experiences that resonate with each individual segment.
So it's not just about launching a program and hoping for the best. It's about constantly analyzing, tweaking, and optimizing based on what it tells you.
Exactly. A truly effective loyalty program is a living, breathing thing. It's constantly evolving and adapting to meet the changing needs of the customer.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's not just about the technology or the rewards. It's about using data to understand your customers and build those genuine connections.
Absolutely. And that's what ultimately drives loyalty and long-term success.
I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together. It's a pretty fascinating world. But how do businesses actually put these programs into action? Our sources mentioned a lot about implementation and optimization. What are some key considerations there?
You know, before we jump into implementation, I think it would be helpful to actually see how some of these concepts play out in the real world.
I agree. Sometimes a real-life example can really bring it all home.
Right. So our source actually contrasts two examples from the coffee world, which I thought was interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
On one hand, you've got your basic punch card system.
Like the kind you get at a local coffee shop.
Exactly. You buy a cup of coffee, you get a stamp, collect enough stamps, you get a free drink.
Simple, straightforward. Everyone's familiar with that.
Right. But as we talked about earlier, a system like that doesn't really give you a lot of data.
It's more about rewarding basic loyalty than gathering insights.
Exactly. You know who's coming back, but not necessarily what they're buying or how much they're spending.
So it's a good starting point, but there's not a lot of room for personalization.
Right. Now, on the other hand, you've got your more sophisticated digital points programs.
Okay, like the kind you might sign up for through a mobile app.
Exactly. So let's say you join this program, and every time you buy something, you earn points. Maybe 10 points for every dollar you spend.
I like that. It makes those everyday purchases feel a little more rewarding.
Right. And then you can use those points to redeem all sorts of rewards.
So it's not just about getting a free coffee after a certain number of purchases.
Not at all. You could get a free pastry merchandise, discounts on new products, you name it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It gives you more options and flexibility.
Exactly. And because it's all tracked digitally, businesses can gather a lot more data about customer behavior.
Which they can then use to personalize offers and create those targeted campaigns we were talking about.
Exactly. It's all about using data to create a more engaging and rewarding experience for the customer.
Makes sense. So we've got these two coffee examples showing us the spectrum of loyalty programs, from simple to sophisticated purple. But what about those more innovative programs we discussed earlier, the ones that go beyond just rewarding purchases?
Right. Let's revisit those value-based programs for a moment.
The ones that align with customers' values.
Exactly. Remember how we talked about rewarding eco-friendly choices?
Yes, it's about making sustainability a part of the loyalty experience.
Right. So imagine a clothing company that gives you points for recycling old clothes, or a grocery store that rewards you for bringing your own bags.
I love that. It's about encouraging those everyday actions that make a difference.
Exactly. And it makes customers feel good about their purchases, knowing that they're supporting a brand that shares their values.
It's a win-win for everyone. The customer, the business,
Yeah.
and the planet.
Absolutely. Now, what about those behavior-based programs? Those seem like a really effective way to turn customers into brand advocates.
Right. It's about rewarding people for spreading the word and engaging with the brand on a deeper level.
Exactly. So you might get points for sharing a product photo on social media, writing a review, or referring a friend.
It's like giving people an incentive to become part of the brand's community.
Exactly. And it can be really effective because people trust recommendations from their friends and family more than anything else.
It's like the ultimate form of social proof.
Right. And it helps businesses reach a wider audience. So it's a win-win for everyone involved.
I'm starting to see how these loyalty programs can really go beyond just transactions. It's about building relationships, creating experiences,
Yeah.
and fostering a sense of community around a brand.
Absolutely. And as technology continues to evolve, the possibilities are only going to get more exciting.
It's true. The future of loyalty is looking pretty bright. But before we get too carried away, I want to bring us back down to earth for a moment. Our sources also talked about the importance of implementation and optimization. Actually putting these programs into action and making sure they work. What are some key things businesses need to consider in that process?
Well, data is honestly a huge part of it.
We've talked a lot about the importance of collecting and analyzing customer data.
Right. But it's not just about collecting data for the sake of it. It's about using it strategically. To personalize offers target-specific customer segments and make informed decisions about how to improve the program.
So it's about being intentional and thoughtful with how you use that data.
Exactly. Then there's the whole aspect of technological integration.
Right, making sure the program is easy to use and accessible across all channels.
Exactly. You need to have a seamless experience, whether it's through a mobile app, a website, or even in-store interactions.
And it needs to integrate with other systems, like CRM and marketing automation platforms.
Right. Everything needs to work together smoothly. Otherwise, it can create a lot of frustration for the customer.
And a frustrated customer is not a loyal customer.
Exactly. Now, another crucial aspect is customer feedback.
Right. You need to know what's working, what's not, and how you can improve.
Exactly. So create channels for gathering feedback, whether it's through surveys, reviews, social media monitoring, or even just good old-fashioned customer service interactions.
It's about listening to your customers and taking their feedback to heart.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, a loyalty program is only as good as the people who are using it.
It makes me wonder, what does the future hold for these programs? With technology advancing so rapidly, what new innovations might be on the horizon?
That's a great question, and one that's definitely worth exploring. So let's delve into those future possibilities in the final part of our deep dive.
So we've talked about how loyalty programs work today, but where are they headed? What does the future hold?
Well, it seems like we're on the verge of a pretty exciting transformation.
That's what it sounds like. Our sources were hinting at all kinds of cool stuff, like how AI and augmented reality could completely revolutionize the loyalty landscape.
It's amazing to think about. AI could analyze mountains of data, everything from your purchase history to your social media activity, and then use that information to create hyper-personalized offers and experiences.
So it's like this super smart system that knows what you want before you even do.
Exactly. It's like having a personal concierge for all your loyalty needs.
I love it. What about AR? How does that fit into the picture?
Well, AR is all about creating these immersive, interactive experiences, right?
Right. It's about blurring the lines between the digital and physical worlds.
Exactly. So imagine being able to use AR to try on clothes virtually or see how a piece of furniture would look in your living room before you buy it.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
It's like bringing the benefits of the loyalty program to life in a whole new way.
And it's not just about practicality. AR can also be used to create fun, engaging experiences, like games and challenges that make earning rewards even more exciting.
It's like turning loyalty into an adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, another technology that could have a huge impact on loyalty is blockchain.
Blockchain, I feel like that's the buzzword of the century.
It is. But for good reason, blockchain has the potential to create these secure, transparent systems for managing loyalty points and rewards.
So no more worries about losing your points or having your account hacked.
Exactly. And it could also lead to the creation of decentralized loyalty programs, where you could earn and redeem points across multiple brands and platforms.
Wow, that'd be amazing. It's like creating a universal loyalty currency.
Exactly. You could earn points at your favorite coffee shop and then use them to book a flight or get a discount on a new gadget. The possibilities are endless.
My mind is officially blown. This all sounds incredible. But are there any potential downsides to this high-tech future of loyalty?
Well, one concern is data privacy. With all this data being collected and analyzed, it's more important than ever for businesses to be transparent about how they're using that information and to make sure they're taking steps to protect customer privacy.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
Loyalty shouldn't come at the expense of our personal information.
Absolutely. And then there's also the risk of these programs becoming so complex and technology-driven that they lose that human touch.
It's like, even in a world of AI and AR, we still crave those genuine connections and personalized interactions.
Exactly. It's about finding the right balance between innovation and authenticity.
Well, this has been an incredible journey. We've explored the past, present, and future of loyalty programs. And it's clear that these programs are constantly evolving to meet the changing needs and expectations of customers.
And as we move forward, it's important to remember that at the heart of any successful loyalty program is a deep understanding of the customer and a commitment to delivering value that goes beyond just discounts and rewards.
It's about building relationships, creating experiences, and fostering a sense of
True.
community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as you navigate the world of loyalty, whether you're a business or a consumer, keep these principles in mind and always strive to create those win-win scenarios that benefit everyone involved.
It's been a pleasure diving into this topic with you. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. We hope you found this exploration of loyalty programs insightful and inspiring. Until next time, keep those loyalty cards handy.